Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The name was from our sounds. Probably our lives were as simple as their sounds, because uh-ohs were isolated from the world. The Hawaiian Islands were isolated for almost 70 million years, and they created a new form of living laboratories of ecological evolution. The harsh conditions of land lava evolved their plants and animals into a new shape to survive in the active volcanic island, and over 90% of flora and fauna is endemic. Also, this geological isolation made Hawaii the paradise of birds. We are o'o, Hawaiian birds, which are endemic birds who enjoy such a Hawaiian mood. This remote environment created different geographical and ecological orders. This is because there are not many mammals and insects. Our role was to keep plants and other ecological living conditions. The Hawaiian isolation was perfect, because the isolated location was stable. We had a stable position to contribute to ecological and botanical reproduction. We were honey creepers and replacement of bees. We were honey creepers, the replacement of bees. We took and spread pollen from different flowers to help maintain the island's botanic ecology. We were free from food competition due to the large population of plants, and there were no predators. But humans loved us. Our feathers made them feel special. They abused our beauty. Our fluffy and shiny yellow feathers made us alluring. Our aura, shape, colour, taste. This was a gift of beauty in the remote Hawaiian avian world. Our yellow feathers also allured the people. The priest, royals and nobles loved us. They hunted us for over a century to decorate their capes. Their capes had yellow, red and black feathered patterns, with over 10,000 of our yellow feathers. They have raised their certainty. Our feathers have raised their certainty, the symbol of royalty and elegance. We were hunted by nets and eaten, as the island could not offer enough protein for them. But we were still able to live. Visitors from a new place came. They had different appearances from the people on the island. They had different eye colours, colourful fabrics, huge ships, writings and drawings, metals. They seemed to be God. They seemed to be God. They took honour, respect, food, and our feathers. The new visitors went to Kealakekua. They stayed for a while and traded metals. Then, they received a bunch of local crafts, including the cape made of our feathers. It was a very precious gift. These unexpected visitors attempted to leave in 1779, but failed, as the current was too strong for them to cross the island. The boat was broken, and their cutter vessel was stolen. Perhaps it made them upset. They started to fight with the islanders, but soon they were overwhelmed and the captain was killed. The dead captain was buried on the cliff at Kealakekua Bay, near our forest. A few decades later, more of them came. They came to explore our land, to study our nature, to exchange their culture, to find a new place to live, and to trade goods, metals and guns from the West. Initially, these newcomers from the Atlantic were fine. They started to search in the forest, draw pictures of us, and collect our feathers. They tried to record how Hawaiians used us as food and as a source of their art. They cared about our data for some reason. I think what they were doing was somehow different from what I have seen. They took interest in our endemic lifestyles and our appearances. However, they brought some unexpected things, which did not belong to our home. They brought new creatures with them. They brought new creatures with them. Mosquitoes and avian malaria virus. We were just chilling in the forest. But a massive number of us rapidly died. We had no immunity, because we had been isolated from such things for over 1,000 years. The virus rapidly spread across the island, but some of us managed to escape to the mountains. A few weeks later, some sharp silvery object started to penetrate us. Muskets, which were traded between the new predators. The locals started to use muskets to get us, which were much more painful than the nets. Sometimes our other avian friends got shot, but many of them were aimed at us. A lot of our bodies started to fall, a rain made from black, yellow, and sorrow. More of our bodies were eaten, and feathers got collected for their artistic practices. We were simply the source to fulfill their culture of foods and aesthetics. Hundreds of us were killed daily, and more of us started to lose our voices. And locals and newcomers started to collect our bodies and feathers to make taxidermy and the royal cape. Many of my friends suddenly disappeared. Collectors were looking for our bodies. Royals were looking for our feathers. It was because of their certainty, to state their smartness, to state their elegance. No matter what, we could not live our lives peacefully. Because the newcomers ruined everything, there was nothing left for us to feel safe in our land. Some of us were still living in Kauai until Hurricane Iwa hit the island. The hurricane killed most of us. I hid in a tree for a few weeks, while my friends disappeared in the heavy rain. After the storm, I started to look for my partner. She was gone for a few days. I was calling her for a while, calling for a few days, but she never returned. I was sad. With every tragedy over the century, no matter how hard we tried, we were not able to survive. In the morning in 1987, I made the final call for an hour at Alakai Swamp and lost the certainty of my land. Perhaps some creatures are designed to suit their endemic land because of the unique geography, ecology, and art form. Isolation protects secrets and keeps a history too precious to be shared with outer invaders from other nature. The isolation gives a new role, new order of ecology, to replace their isolation with the role of the other creature that does not exist in their place. They reproduce, and they replace the life cycle. While they fulfill the land as the unknown matters fill the ocean since they are too miraculous. But their isolation did not protect them from internal problems. Meanwhile, the migrated matters could be too much for them, and it can be more than what we can see.